This is a kneeling lunge variation, and it is definitely for the hip flexors. You're going to love this one. Okay, so she's going to be up on one knee. Okay. Key point for this is this foot has to be far enough forward that when she bends it forward here, she has room to go. If she was to pull this foot back, and then I say, oh, lunge forward, she's got nowhere to go with it. So make sure that your foot is far enough in front that when you go into the stretch, your shin goes to be about vertical. Okay? So that's the first part. Second part, have your hips square. Okay? So that your hips bones are facing straight ahead, and this knee is actually turned in a little bit. Okay, very good. The action is to go far forward as you can until you feel that stretch. Okay? I want you to get on your toes. Good. Put your hands here for balance. Lift your chest up. The action here is to lengthen your heel back and pick that back knee off the ground. Good. And then come back down. Do that a couple times. Now you see how her upper body is lifting? What I want you to do this time, go back down, is keep your shoulders where they are and don't let them rise up, and just push your hips back. There. And you feel that a little bit more in your hips now. Yeah. So your trick is to keep that upper body locked in tight, and your action is to get that knee off the ground by pushing your heel backwards. Do that about 10 times. Let's call that 10, and then shift forward a little bit more with your knee on the ground. There we go. And at this point, since you got a little bit more flexibility, you might have to shift back and put that foot forward a little bit more. See how that becomes more important as you get into it. Lift your chest up a little bit more. Okay, lift the knee off the ground by extending. Good, back and forth. Try and keep your your shoulders flat. Don't lift your upper body. Very good. Call that 10, repeat that 3 times. That's the first variation. Now another way to do it is to keep your knee on the ground for the whole time, but you're going to push your knee into the ground and let yourself rock back. Good. So that's the full long range of motion. What she's going to do is just pulse a little bit. So you're actually thinking that you're trying to lift your knee into the ground, and you might feel this one a little bit higher in the hip.
Yeah.
Okay? And say that's about 10, then she hangs out here. Remember, the first 2 sets are 20 seconds, and the third one is longer, if you'd like.